Hey, welcome to the Spur Swell Beer Review. I'm Jammer, and that guy right next to me, right over there, is my super duper friend and co-host and founding member of the Spur Swell Beer Review, Shag Dog, the great, the magnificent. Hey, I got Samuel Smith's Indian Ale. It's a product of England. It's an English pale ale. Gets 5% ABV, and I think it's an 83 by the BA there, Shag Dog. How you doing there, man?
I'm doing good. I'm doing Lagunitas. That's how I'm going to say it today. Whatever. Doing their born yesterday, like I was born yesterday. Pale ale. It's American Pale Ale. 97 on Beer Advocate and 7.2% ABV.
For all you cat pervs, that's the cut. That's the inside. The outside doesn't change when you peel it off. It's just plain Jane.
There's my little pervish.
Shag Dog. I noticed that we had comment from somebody saying that we have pinned another kind of slang word, and it should go viral eventually, and hopefully when they go back they'll see that we did it, and that's Googleize it.
Right. That is true. I can't remember if I said it first or you, but one of us did.
We did. Hey, there's Jammer Fan. Morning. It's always good to start with a morning beer. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I have this one, and let me tell you, it's poured pretty good. Even though I didn't pour it hard, it poured pretty nice, and I got a nice 2 or 3 inch head here. It's very golden brassy color, kind of like the India's gold. It's always kind of brassy, you know. It's kind of, it doesn't look like real gold, right? Anyway, The head is kind of like an off-white beige. Smells sweet. Got a little bit of hops in there. A little pining resinous smell there. Yeah. Shag Dog's a malty too. I'm going to jump into this. Just go feet first, or not feet first, head first right into it. Right. And I'm going to drink it. You go ahead and tell us something about your beer, brother.
Well, that is a nice bright orange. I'm not sure if you can tell it on there, but nice orange. The head is only about a finger now, but the head looks nice and foamy. I probably didn't give it a heavy pour either. The smell on the nose, almost like a fruity citrus, hops, mango, maybe even a little pineapple in there. I might have a little bit of a piney or hot bitterness in there, but yeah, it smells pretty good too. I'm ready to drink.
Drink. Well, Shag Dog, let me tell you, this is smooth. It is smooth. And I don't understand why this got an 83, because it has a nice, mellow, smooth, easy drinking experience along with wonderful flavor. It's really smooth, mellow flavor of a pale ale. It has the nice, piney kind of grapefruit, but it's not as harsh as a lot of beers of this kind, particular style. Even though it is an English pale ale. So, usually they are pretty mellow, They're not too rough or bold in flavor. And this is just a nice, easy drinking one. I could buy a 6-pack of these and drink them no problem, man. And it doesn't have that feeling that you get when you drink an Indian pale ale that's really strong, or English pale ale is, that it's kind of like, oh man, that's just ripping up my stomach, that kind of thing. No, that's pretty easy to drink. Nice sweetness to it.
Yeah. This one, Jammer, like the nose of fruity, pineapple, mango,
Man,
a little
that
citrusy.
One's a lot about the nose, isn't it?
This one? Yeah, this is about the nose.
Earlier you said something about the nose.
Well, I said
you're saying something about the nose.
Just like the nose, yeah. The taste is the same as well. It's picking up in the aroma. And unbeknownst to me, this one has Mosaic, Equinox, Citrus, Simcoe, and Amarillo hops from our friends in Yakima, Washington.
But yet you told us it had that. So how it was unbeknownst to you?
I didn't read the description on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm getting it pretty good. I mean, it tastes more of an IPA than a pale ale, but yeah, it's It's pretty good. And the
Well, I hope
IBUs, I
that's
think,
copyright free.
I hope so. IBU 60 IBU.
I tell you, that'd be terrible if it wasn't. Yeah, it's pretty easy to drink, Shag Dog. And for what it is, it's very delicious. It's got that malty sweetness with little, like I said, pine resiny, kind of grapefruit flavor. But it's not harsh. It's not overpowering. It just kind of blends right in, has that nice kick, and just mellows out. And it's really smooth, easy to drink. I'm going to give this at least a a swallow and a half. And I think yeah, I know. I'm going to give it a minus. I think it's pretty darn delicious beer. And it could be that it's just the first beer of the morning. Because that's always delicious, is it not?
It is. Verily.
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 I
Yes.
say unto you.
Yes. I'm going to give this got a high score on Beer Advocate 97. I'm going to give it a straight up A. I can tell there's a lot of different hops in it because there's just so much stuff going on, but it's kind of masked off. It's a little masking each other a little bit with the pineapple, mango, maybe a slight citrus, slight piney.
Yeah.
But it's all there, and I can tell it's hoppy, but it's kind of mellowing each other out, I guess. So it tastes pretty good. I give it an A and a swallow and a quarter.
Ah, that's pretty good.
What was all that slamming? Oh.
I dropped the phone.
Oh.
I was trying to get your attention.
Yeah.
Wake up.
I'm holding off to call in sick because man, what's wrong with this damn headset? It's like monotone. Yeah, but I'm holding off to call in sick until May. Hopefully, I can call in sick if I can hold out to then because I only get I get 6 sick days a year, and then I get points too. So I get 5 points also. So pretty much get about 11 days of sick days a year. So I'm trying to save them up for the winter.
But then they'll turn around and say, well, you can't take any more vacation or anything from this time on.
Well, I can call in sick anytime. If it's one of those supposedly special days, they give you 2 points, supposedly. But
yeah, that's all that point shit. That's all bullshit.
Yeah.
All that stuff there it's a lack of actually managing your people.
Mm-hmm.
It's well, you got to be fair, and it's nothing about being fair in the sense of the points,
Right?
because it's still there are people that get away with it still, and people who don't,
Yeah,
and it's dependent on whether they submit those points
that's
or
true.
not.
Mm-hmm.
So
I've seen a lot of people get them taken away from the supervisors or whatever. So,
and in my opinion, it comes down to this. Do you know if the person always calls in? Are they always there? Are they dependable? Are they a good worker? Or do they get along with everybody and all that stuff? If you can say yes to all that, saying that that they're a good worker and everything like that, then when they do call in, you should turn a blind eye. You should say, okay, no biggie, And if they make a habit of it, then you say, hey, look, I noticed you've been making a habit of it. Every Friday you're calling out. I can't have you doing that. I'm going to have to start giving you some points.
yeah,
Give you the heads up. Just say, okay, here's the rules. Now, from here on out, boom. If you're a person that's constantly calling out, constantly being in trouble and all that stuff, guess what? You get the points. First off, I don't care if you don't like it. You get it anyway.
Yeah, it's weird there, and they used to do it where it was a 10-point system instead of 5, but you didn't get any sick hours. Now they give you a PPTO, protective P, that you use for time, sick time or whatever.
Yeah, they come up with these little catchy little phrases, and
Yeah.
we're going to onboard. Let's onboard. And what was onboard? Job orientation.
That's not like waterboarding, is it? No.
Yeah, that's what when they talk about onboarding, I just think to myself, waterboarding, torture, and all that other crap.
Yeah.
I'm like, it scares me, and it causes me to have mental issues and everything like that. And I really should sue them for that.
What I was going to say about the point system, they used to have 10 points jammer instead, but they gave you a bigger bonus. So if you had less than 2 points, if you didn't have 8 points, you got a bigger bonus. You had 1 or 2 points, your bonus is smaller. If you're over 3 points, then you didn't get a bonus. So you call in, get 10 points, 9 points, whatever, but you're not getting a bonus. And it was a bigger bonus back then too. Now they give you it's based on years. They change it every year. It's so stupid. So this year it's based on the amount of years you've been there. I'm working harder than somebody who's been there 10 years, and they're going to get a bigger bonus to me by a couple $100 or whatever.
That's right.
But the bonus is small though. It's like horrible.
Yeah, well, I mean, and the bad thing about that, Shag Dog, is that in general, you have to say, well, you know what? You should be thankful because most companies don't give a bonus to people at that level,
Yeah.
But the thing here I have to say about that is that whenever Sam was alive and his wife was alive, they made a point of trying to take care of the people. His wife talked him into giving them the people profit sharing and giving the people discount.
Yeah.
Which it's great for them if you really think about it, because guess what? I'm going to give you a discount on groceries and get discount on general merchandise and everything like that. And guess what? Now you just earned that check. Now you're going to go grocery shopping here because you're getting a discount on top of all the coupons and everything. You get a discount on all your general merchandise, and at Walmart we got everything. So
Yeah, it's almost like the old coal miners. What was that called?
Company store.
Yeah, it's like a script pay or some weird.
Yeah.
They called it something.
Script.
Yeah, and that was the only store you could buy it anyhow. So so that's what they pay you was script
and so so that made them really have a boom day because all the employees are buying the food, clothing, and everything from them.
Mm-hmm.
Then they also help their friends out by helping give them the discount, even though you weren't supposed to and all that stuff. But they did, Yeah,
you're not supposed to. We get a discount still, but on the food it's not that much. But during the holiday season, they give you a bigger discount on more items. Right now, during the off season, they give you a slight discount in certain items only. It's not a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, well, they should just have a blanket discount on everything you buy.
Yeah, but on GM side, I think it's 10%, I believe. So not bad, I guess, if you're buying something expensive.
In general, I think that's what they should, and the profit sharing was better back then because there was people who were able to retire early when they were working there.
Yeah. Well, look at that one old lady, 75 years old, although she didn't invest in her retirement, but they're like, "Why are you so old working here?" And they did a GoFundMe for her, got a couple $100,000s, and she went out and retired. But if you're working at Walmart for 40, 50 years, you could at least put $2 in a 401k or something every 2 weeks, right?
First of all, 401k is kind of a ripoff because before it was a pension and you didn't have to put any money into it.
Right.
So the companies convinced everybody that 401k was a great thing. And in the beginning, it was a great thing because they did 100% match for the first 5-10%. So that means dollar for dollar. If I put in $100, they put in $100. That was how it first originally started. And then they started kicking back lower and lower and everything. Well, on the first 2.5% will match it 100%, and then after that, the other 2.5% we only match a third or half.
That's really confusing.
Yeah. Well, anytime they start confusing you like that, they're doing it on purpose in order for you not to be able to keep track of what they're doing.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, I always tell people, get the free money. Get the free money. So first off the bat, make sure you get your match. Whatever it is that you have to get to match, get that matching money. Mm-hmm. After that, it's up to you whether you want to continue putting more into that 401k. But just keep this in mind. When you retire, you're going to end up having to pay taxes on that money.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, it's great if you don't have much time to put money into it because you have more money working for you. to give you a bigger total in the end. However, you're going to be paying more taxes as you slowly take
Right.
out. Now, granted,
Yeah.
you can kind of control the tax that you're getting by controlling how much you pull out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know
Still
that's the
adds
issue.
up, So if you like, I'm taking this much out a month out of that. Eventually,
Yeah,
when I retire, or whatever, you're still going to be paying taxes every month on it, or whatever. So
yeah. So what I like to do is get a Roth
Roth
IRA
IRA.
because you're putting in the after-tax
Yeah.
money, and you don't have to pay tax on it when you pull it
Right.
out.
Right. But you just got to keep it in there to your 59 and a half, 5 years also. So if you're 58, it's not 59 and a half when you start it. If you're 58, you got to wait till you're 53 or whatever. To have it in there
You have
for
to wait till you go regress back to. Are you Button? What is his name? Button.
Benjamin Button.
Yeah,
That's it.
aging backwards.
58, you got to wait till you're 63. Yeah. You got to have it in there for 5 years at least, or 59 and a half if it's been in there for more than 5 years. Right.
And at least then you don't have to pay the taxes on that money.
Yeah,
And
or the
I
interest.
like and here's the thing about that. Most financial advisors will tell you to have a mix of that, a Roth
Yeah.
and a 401k, because guess what? You can take out so much for the 401k, but here's the thing. If I have, say I have $300,000 in my Roth. All right, at $300,000, I take out a portion for that year. I can take out, and I only have 300. Say I have an equal amount, 300,000 in the 401k. All right, so I could take out, say 75% of the amount I want. Say I want what's easier? It's probably easier for me to say I want 10,000 a month, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I take 7,000 out, which is 70%, right?
Right.
And the other 3,000, the other 30%, I take out in the 401k. Why? Because I'm getting taxed on only that 30,000 or that $3,000.
30%. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm getting all the money I want, but I'm only getting taxed on So
Of course, the longer you put into these things, the more you're going to have. So if you're someone like me who ruined your career in the 40s and you're starting all over your early 50s, unless you're going to be working to your 70s, you're kind of screwed in that situation. But starting late is better than not starting at all.
Yeah. And here's the other thing. You can control it to a degree because you can control how much you make by going out and hustling and getting another job.
Yeah.
Doing the side hustles of Uber or
I don't want to put words
DoorDash or any of those things.
This is my side hustle, Jim, right here. This beer review and YouTube channel. I'm just waiting to get those Google pennies that you've been talking about for all these years.
Google pennies ain't coming now because you ruined that with the other one.
But hey, we're gonna get there again, I think.
Yeah, well,
beer reviewing is coming back, baby.
Well, even if it doesn't matter. This is my hobby. I know it's your hobby too.
Yeah, I mean, I explained the other day. I only drink when I do beer reviews in front of my computer, so I'm doing it for you, the viewer. That's all I'm doing it for.
Fans.
The fans, yeah.
I do it for the fans.
Well, we're up. I mean, we went up about 10, 20
and when
subscribers.
you have to get that liver transplant, you'll live cast it. You'll be right there. You'll be able to see it happen. Him going in, getting the surgery, getting the transplant, going through all the antivirals and all that stuff. All that great stuff.
I mean, we got a friend going through it now, so I wouldn't wish it on anybody. But
I don't wish it on anybody either.
But I would do a GoFundMe. I try to do a GoFundMe account at least for myself.
Yeah. Well, you should do that already.
I started up now.
You should just put out a GoFundMe account. Say, yeah, I fucked myself. I was considered Captain Save-A-Ho. I went out and tried to save a bunch of women, and help them in their lives. Tried to get one in rehab. Tried to do the other one. Tried to save her when was sick, and all these different things. And I went out and I spent a lot of money on beer and everything, and I wasted it. But you know what? I screwed up. Can you please just give $1 or $5 or
Just
$10.
$5 cup of coffee at Starbucks, $10. Yeah.
Anything that can help me get back on my path to being able to retire before I'm 80. Right? If I'm lucky enough to live that long.
I know I'm gonna have to work till I'm like at least 70, at least. But I'm hoping I can do something
But
easy
I think
during those years.
if you put something into it like that and GoFundMe and you're just brutally honest, people will laugh and they'll say,
Yeah.
you know what, I'm going to give that fucker $5.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Especially if you turn around and say, I just need at least 200,000, at least 200,000 by the time I retire.
Oh God, talk about this. Reminds me, there's a guy I worked with for the state, and he's got some type of stage 4 cancer. So his wife's doing a GoFundMe account. I was going to give something, but I haven't done it yet. I keep forgetting about it. So that reminds me, I'm going to do it tomorrow or something.
Ask him to put you on his beneficiary.
I'll give you 10,000 if you put me on. But he'd probably do it though. But I like at least 50% of the beneficiary. Right? Keep the wife on there for 50%.
Oh, of course, you got to keep the wife, the kids, or whatever.
Yeah. No, but I was like, man, that's so many people I used to work with that had cancer from that place. I wonder if something was in the water there.
I don't know. It's crazy, but which place was that?
That was when I worked for the state in Florida.
Well, yeah, definitely, yeah. They probably, because they don't have to live up to building codes and all that crap.
That's true, yeah.
But there was an article where there were like 6 people, whatever, worked on the same floor of a hospital and got brain tumors.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they all come up with brain tumors about the same time. And so what the hell's happening there,
Yeah. And the whole brain cancer thing, a lot of people are coming up with brain cancer lately. They're like, oh, it's the cell phones. Well, my step-grandfather had brain cancer, died in 2008. He didn't use no damn cell phone. So
yeah, but the 5G, one of the things of 5G is that brain tumors and disrupt your circadian rhythms and all the different things. And
somebody said these iPod or the pods,
Bluetooth,
they say it's high compared to a wire thing, which I'm like, is it that high?
Yeah, it's high, and if you live close to the highway, that's another thing. And if you
so
live
should I stop, Cameron?
by the power, the big power lines and stuff?
Oh yeah,
that's another thing that will give it to you.
You think I got some JBL Bluetooth headphones that I use to watch movies and stuff? But you think I should stop using that then?
Well, you got it wired there, right?
This one's wired, but yeah, the one for my TV downstairs, I got a JBL Bluetooth.
I say at this point in your life,
don't matter.
Why worry?
I lived my life already, right? Now you live yours.
No, I'm just saying. I think you're actually a very lucky person. I honestly believe that. You're a very lucky person. I just think that you think about it, Shag Dog. God says you shouldn't worry whether you're going to find your next meal and where you're going to have shelter and everything, because he take care of the birds? Doesn't he take care of the animals? Doesn't he? Why worry about those things? Because I'll take care of you. And whether you realize it or not, you embrace that to a big degree. I
do say that to my parents. I'm like, God feeds the birds. He loves me more than the birds.
You're in the likeness of him, right?
Yeah.
Not the birds.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I get stressed out. I do believe in that type of stuff, but you do get stressed out when you get worried.
Because you tend to worry about things that you can't fix.
Yeah. Or when shit's happening, you're like, oh, what are you gonna do?
But it usually look at the future. Right. You try to look at the future, and you say, oh shit, I really screwed the pooch on that one.
Yeah.
But then again, did you?
Right.
Maybe it was all the way it's supposed to be.
Not literally, I didn't screw a pooch, but
you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's all the way you're supposed to be.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is it.
Because think about this, Shag Dog. I went out. I worked 12-hour shifts there for almost a year when I was at the juice plant. 12-hour shifts. Da 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 da. Hey, where'd that money go?
Where did it go?
Yeah, and here's the other thing. I also did the opposite. I went out almost every freaking day to the bowling alley, drank and ate.
Oh, you're talking about back in those days, yeah. You worked 12 hours back then?
There was a year where I worked 6, 7 days, 12 hours.
Oh wow,
It
that's
might have
pretty
been
good.
before you. It might have been, or after
Well,
you left.
it could have been. I know at one point we were working a lot,
Yeah.
at least 6 days a week. We might have had Sunday night, and that's probably when we started doing karaoke Sunday nights because that was usually the only night we were shut down.
But you think about, I did all that stuff, and we spent a lot of money bowling and drinking
Yeah,
and eating
patty
there.
melts. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, you spent more, yes. I bowed to that
yeah,
generosity.
yeah.
But
That's too generous.
but I'm just saying. And what has happened?
You rebounded.
I'm just saying. I did that. I went one extreme to the other, making a
Yeah,
lot of money. And where's the money?
yeah.
Where I'm still in the same situation to a degree where I have debts and stuff.
Yeah.
Nothing's
It's,
changed.
it's a good. I mean, you wish you could go back and like, damn, I wish I could go back and not go out that much. I could have saved 200 a month for investments or something, you know.
Yeah.
But the real good thing now is, and I don't do it. I try to tell some younger guys. I got one guy that finally put in for 401k. He's been working here 8 years, doesn't have a 401k. I was like, man, you got to put in something. I mean, he started doing 3%. They'll match up to 6, but he's only doing 3, because he can't afford it or something. But I was like, well, that's better than nothing. I mean, you could have been up to 12,000 hours or something at least by now, putting in 3%.
Let me tell you, 1 year that I worked for one of the beverage companies, I put over $20,000 in my 401k.
Wow, wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Now just think, that's for 1 year.
Now, was that when you're living in back the town I lived in, or is that during a different time?
Part of the time, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's easy when you, if you can afford it, you ain't got as many bills. Then you can say, okay, I could like as soon as I get my car paid off, then I'm going to start shoving more to my investment and putting a little bit in savings too. Yeah,
Yeah, what you need to do is take a fraction of that payment that you're making and put it into another savings account as an emergency fund.
yeah. I already got my emergency fund. I mean, I need to put more money in it,
You
but I
got
got
six
enough.
months worth of pay to cover you.
I got 3 months.
Well, you need to get
Well,
six.
well, yeah, I'm still putting into it. So, but I got 3 months. I'm happy with that
Well,
because
that's
that's
good. That's
yeah,
good. Don't. I'm not knocking it. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, 3 months of my. I mean, it should be more actually of my cost of living. It probably
Yeah.
should be more money, but
Especially when you have a lot of free time, because you know it
yeah.
ain't gonna last with you in free time.
What free time?
Well, if something happened and you didn't have a job, you'd have all this extra free time, which means you'd be doing more beer reviews, which means you'd be
Oh
doing,
yeah.
you
Well,
know,
I mean, Jemmer, the good thing with me, I mean, you talked about gig work earlier. If I lost my job right now, I could go out and do DoorDash if I wanted to right now. I haven't done it in how many years, but I'm still on the app. I still can do it. Yeah.
well, that's always good.
Yeah.
But in
So
general, I just think that
unless the car breaks down.
now, don't get me wrong. I mean, younger people, they should be putting it aside. I know when I was younger, it was hard for me to put it aside because it was like, hey, I got this bill here, I got to pay it. I don't make that much money. I really don't have
Yeah.
that much to put aside.
It,
But
even
you
being
know,
in the military, you figured you'd have somebody to tell you how to invest your money. They had commercials on the Armed Forces Network. Pay yourself. You got to spend, or a guy comes in, spend like there ain't no end. And then it says, pay yourself before you spend your money. Pay yourself. Put it in the savings account.
well,
But they
first
didn't
and
say
foremost,
they should have a class how to invest, how compounded
well, that's
interest.
to be
Yeah,
something that's taught not just by your parents, but also by going to school. That should be one of the life
yeah,
essentials.
right,
How to save and invest.
right,
That should be one of the life essentials. The other life essentials should be how to interact with people,
right.
physically interact with people, socially.
hmm
You know what I mean? And another life essential, how to cook your own meal. How
They used
to
to have that back in the old days,
do
but
minor maintenance around the house and car. You
they
know,
should have. I mean, look, thank God we got YouTube now, but
accounting, how to balance a budget,
right.
how to make a budget.
How not to blow your money on stupid
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, how to have fun and still save.
Right. You don't need hookers or
Cocaine.
cocaine or the list goes on. You don't need to drink every day.
Yeah. Because first of all, if you're on the cocaine, most likely you're not going to enjoy the hookers as much, especially if you take too much.
Yeah. The only way you're going to enjoy them really good is if you got a video camera, so you can watch it
That
later.
too, so you can rewatch it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I was getting at is that if you take too much cocaine and pass out, you're not going to enjoy it.
All right.
You
That's
won't
true.
remember it.
That'd be a funny video for later, though.
Hey, here's a life lesson, son.
Pornhub.
See what I did here? I was having sex with this hooker.
Yeah.
And I passed out because I overdid it with the cocaine.
What would be a good title for my porn video? I'm taking a lot of cocaine and I pass out with a hooker. That'd be the title of that video on Pornhub. I can't help with that. They won't do stuff like that.
That's what it is. I can't help with that. That's the title. I can't help with that. That's the hooker saying I can't help with that because it's limp.
Maybe I should have said porn video.
Okay.
What would be a good title on my video if I'm taking a lot of cocaine and I pass out with a prostitute? Let's see if she'll give me that one. I won't help with that.
Well, I'm not asking you to set it up.
At first it said I can't, and now it says I won't. Give me a good title for a video if I pass out while I'm about to make love to my wife and she gets mad. Then we'll just add in the cocaine parts and all that afterwards. Oh, here we go. The ultimate mood killer. When sleep wins over love. Romantic night turns into snooze fest. The snoozing husband. Love interrupted by sleep, but we'll say by cocaine.
There you go.
Love
the snoozing John.
The snoozing. Romantic hooker turns into snooze fest. Some shit. I don't know. Anyhow.
All right, you ready for another beer?
Yeah, I've been ready.
All right, let's do this. I'm Jammer. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing, and sharing.
Yes, and I am Shag Dog, and we will see you on the next one.
Take care. Bye.